Thank you. Hi ladies, how are you? Nice to see you. Good evening.
See you too.
Okay, we're approaching Parashat Vayetze, and I would like to speak to you today about Yaakov Avinu. Of course, I won't be able to speak a lot about him, just a little bit, because such a special man.
Mm-hmm.
We know there's a saying that says, "Maaseh avot siman lebanim." Whatever happened to our patriarchs, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, siman lebanim, it also happened to their offsprings, to us, to their children. And so, as he left Israel to go to find himself a wife, he went to Haran. That's what happened to the Jewish people. Left Israel, went to exile, went through all kind of troubles and problems and struggles and all kind of nisyonot. Whatever Yaakov Avinu went through. So Chazal say that our history is reflected, by whatever happened to Yaakov Avinu. So as he was running away, well, first of all, it says that he already came to Haran, and then he remembered, but I passed through, when my father, prayed, and my grandfather, Avraham Avinu, prayed, and I didn't stop to pray there. So he decided that he will go back. Now he was already almost there. He went back, and when he decided to go back, this is when Hashem made him all these miracles. All of a sudden, Hashem miraculously shortened his long way. All of a sudden, the sun was sinking. The dream that he dreamt about the Yaakov's ladder, the Sulam Yaakov, and all the promises that Hashem promised him, all the beautiful things that he saw in that dream. And why all that? Because he did this first action, this first move. He could have ignored. He said, okay, I forgot, I already got there, I don't have to go back. But because he went back, okay, Hashem did him all these miracles. So now, as he is escaping from his brother, from Esau, he dreamt a dream. A huge ladder that stands on top of the ground, and his head is up, reaches heavens, so much higher, and angels are going up and down. Okay? And so the angels, basically the idea of this is the angels are the ministers, are the one that represents the other nations. Okay? These angels, they are responsible for the actions of these nations. Mm-hmm. For example, Hashem showed him that the minister of Bavel, going up 70 levels, they had a huge success, but then he drops down. And then the minister of Madai, Persia, goes up 50 ladders, 52 ladders, and then falls down. And then he saw Greek, and then he saw Rome. Rome is Edom. Edom is coming from his brother Esau. Mm-hmm. Go up, and doesn't go down. And this scared of Yaakov Avinu very much. What happens to him? But then he saw also that Hashem was standing above him. V'ineh Hashem nitzav alav. Okay? Hashem is above him, and Hashem tells him, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. I am protecting you. And everything will be okay. And you're going to go back to Israel. And Hashem blesses him over there and promises him all kind of promises. And the question is, what is this dream that he sees, that he saw? So, yes. So Yaakov Avinu goes to an exile. he doesn't know what's going to happen. He leaves his father's homeland. Okay, he was raised there, he was born there, everything was there. He leaves everything behind and goes to who knows what type of people are there in Haran, and what's going to happen there. And we know that it wasn't easy. What's his name? The son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, was chasing after him, robbed him from all his wealth, whatever he had to give gifts for his kalot, like Eliezer, took a lot of gifts to give to Rivka when he wanted to bring Rivka to Yitzchak. So his parents gave him a lot of stuff, jewelry, money, whatever, and this Eliphaz took everything. He came penniless to Haran. He felt so embarrassed, didn't know what to do. And basically Hashem tells him something, or whatever he sees in the dream, that Malchut Edom, the kingdom of Edom, which is basically the Western world of today. Edom, Rome, of the ancient Rome, right? What did they represent? They represent materialistic world. This is what they cared about. How to have money, how to have control, okay? How to have good life, how to enjoy life. And this is basically what's the Western culture of today. It's the same thing. And this is how it stayed successful for so many decades. So, and the same way that it says, and Hashem says, don't be afraid, I will bring it down myself, the Edom. Don't be afraid. It was going to come down, but I will bring it down myself. And so, only when they live their life, no spiritualism at all. Okay, there will be some time that they will feel so empty that there will be nothing there. Okay, they will feel that their lifestyle brought them to destruction. Okay, this is going to be in the future. Hashem will show. So, I want to explain you something. Between our world, our physical world, and the upper worlds, okay, there's a lot of gap. There's a lot of levels. We are not aware of this. We don't know, but they are. And there's a system of all kind of intermediate worlds also. And in there are all kind of powers, all kind of spiritual powers in all kind of levels. The angels, okay, is just one example of this. They are the messengers that through them Hashem carries out his leadership in this world. Okay? And every nation in the world has a minister that is responsible for it, or angel that is responsible for it. And through him Hashem carries out, whatever he needs to do with that nation. And when Hashem wants, so he raises this angel. When he doesn't want, he lowers him. If you remember, when Bnei Israel left Mitzrayim, okay, the Egyptians started to chase after them. They had to go into Yam Suf. They had no choice. And then it says that Bnei Israel saw the Egyptians dead. Met al Sfat Hayam. Vayar Israel et Mitzrayim met al Sfat Hayam. That's what it says. Why not metim? Why not in a plural? What is singular? Met al Sfat Hayam. So they saw the angel of Mitzrayim that dropped dead. And when they saw the angel of Mitzrayim drop dead, they understood that the Egyptians cannot harm them anymore because they don't have any more luck. Okay? And that's what happened. So this is what Yaakov saw in his dream. Hashem tells him, listen, sometimes I want a certain nation to go up. Sometimes they will go down. And that's the nature of the world. Don't be afraid. But the good thing is that in the end, okay, the Jewish people, okay, your nation. I'm above everyone. I'm standing next to you, and I will protect you always. I will be with you all the time. So we need this system of these angels, because otherwise, I want to explain. Electricity company, for example, they have big, how you say, turbines? Turbines? That they have turbines that usually they produce electricity. Okay?
Turbos.
Okay.
Turbo.
And usually they produce it for, let's say, a whole country. Now, if we're going to connect an electric appliance, okay, to these turbines, what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? This electric device could blow up, could become dust, because it has too much power, too much voltage. Not every device that we have, every electric appliance can accept this voltage, because sometimes voltage is very, very high. So each one would have a different voltage, whatever is appropriate to you, whatever is good for you. And so this is what happens. In heaven and earth. Hashem is the source of all the power of the world. Hashem is the source of life. Sometimes we cannot accept this abundance. It's too much for us. So there is a system of filters, and through them we get the abundance. Okay, so this way the strength of this abundance that we get is not so strong. It's a bit weak, and we're able to tolerate it. We're able to accept it. The angels, okay, are part of this filter. They are like the filters, and their duty is to transfer these blessings from the upper world to this world. So every nation has a certain angel that is responsible for it, and through it Hashem gives them, their blessings, the abundance, and so on. So Hashem shows to Yaakov that this letter connects between heaven and earth. Okay? This is Hashem showed him the way that he leads the world, that sometimes some nations go up, sometimes the nation go down, but the highlight of this dream is that Hashem is standing over him. Hashem is always with him, takes care of him, and we Jewish people, we don't need all these the mediators. We don't need this. We have straight connection to Hashem. This is what Yaakov learned from this dream, and of course this dream that he's going to come back to Israel and his family, whatever. Okay. It says, "Vayivga b'makom hahu." Yaakov Avinu fixed there tfilat arvit. Our three patriarchs, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, they all prayed. It says that Avraham fixed tfilat shacharit. Think about this. Morning, everything is fresh, everything is new. Abraham thanks Hashem for the beauty of the day, for the light, he is the founder of Judaism. He started all this, so it fits him to be in the morning. Yitzchak Avinu, it says, Vayetze lasuach basadeh, he fixed tfilat mincha. What is mincha? Mincha is the middle of the day. It's not here, it's not there, it's the middle of the day. But the beauty of mincha, and mincha has the strongest powers of, some say, of all the tefillot. Beauty of mincha is that you stop everything in the middle of the day and you go and pray. Meaning, you want Hashem to be part of you. You want Hashem to bless you, to continue take care of you, to protect you, to be with you. Right? Some people say, leave me alone, I'll finish my business and then I'll go to pray. No. Yitzchak leaves everything in the middle and set time to pray to Hashem. This is the beauty of Yitzchak. Yaakov, he worshipped Hashem in a different way because this was his nisayon, this was his test. Yaakov fixed tfilat arvit. Arvit is when it's dark. when it's dark, you don't really see all the glorious of Hashem's kindness and blessings and whatever you say in the morning or whatever you say afternoon. Darkness is time that you're confused, you're scared, you don't know what's going to happen, you're in doubt, you don't know what's going to be tomorrow. And that's what happened to Yaakov. So much struggles that he went through. He doesn't have his parents next to him anymore. He has enemies all over him all the time. He goes to this father-in-law of his that will cheat him all the time. He has his brother that he keeps struggling with him from birth, and his kids are going to challenge him a lot too. So he goes through all these kind of problems, and but this is the beauty of Yaakov. And many the Chazal said that he's the Bechir Avot. He's the most important of all of them, because he worked through these challenges. He worshipped Hashem through these challenges, and it teaches us a lot. Yaakov Avinu. It says that the image of Yaakov is engraved on the holy throne of Hashem, the heaven throne, Kisei HaKavod. On the Kisei HaKavod, there's 4 images of all kind of animals. You have the ox, you have the lion, you have the eagle, and the human being is represented by Yaakov Avinu. And so, because he's coping with his brother from day one, or even in his mother's womb, and even in the stomach, was the hardest thing. It's very, very hard to be next to a brother that is evil, that is not easy person, that looks righteous. Esav and Yaakov looked identical. Yeah, he was red, but it's not like in the picture. Sometimes you see that he was hairy and he was like a gangster, and Yaakov was like a sheep. They were both strong. They were both huge, big, and they had a lot of power. They had a lot of strength, and they looked religious. All of them, both of them. Yeah, but Esav was deceiving all the time. His father looked like religious, but was not. How does the Torah give the description of Esav and Yaakov? It says about Esav, Ish Yodea Tzayid, Ish Sadeh. Pamayim Ish. Ish Yodea Tzayid, he hunts, okay? Ve'ish Sadeh, Pamayim Ish, means the way he's external is not the way that he's internal. He's like 2 different people. To his father, he looks like he's the most righteous man. But the inside, he's wicked. He's bad. About Yaakov, it says, Ish tam yoshev oalim. Ish tam looks like innocent, okay? But basically honest. Whatever is in his heart and whatever is in his mouth is the same thing. Honest person. Yoshev Oalim basically learned in the yeshiva of Shem and then Ever, okay? But this is this time of to be next to this person, next to his twin brother all the time, and not to learn from his wicked way and all his deeds and all his tricks and all whatever, it's a big level. So now. It says about the wholeness of Yaakov Avinu, that his ability to belong to this world, to bring Hashem down, to be spiritual in this world, this is what made him so special. As opposed to his grandfather Avraham, okay? Avraham had 2 sons. He had Yitzchak, but he had Ishmael. Ishmael wasn't the greatest guy, before. And then Yitzchak had Esav and Yaakov. Esav wasn't the right guy. But Yaakov, it says, Mitato הייתה שלמה. Means all his kids were perfect, were 100% righteous, no problem. Okay, so he fixed, okay, whatever his father and grandfather were not able to do. So now let's learn something interesting. It says in Masechet Chulin that the face of Yaakov, as I said, were engraved in Kisei HaKavod. It says that the angels were jealous at Yaakov Avinu. How come angels could be jealous?
That doesn't make sense.
Huh? Okay. So Masechet Shabbat it says, Amar Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi, whenever Moshe went to heaven to accept the Torah, angels wanted to kill him. Angels came to Hashem and says, Ma le'ilod isha beinenu? What is this human being doing among us? He's not supposed to be here. What did Hashem tell him? Hashem told Moshe, Echoz bekisei kivodi, hold my holy throne, okay, and give them an answer. What
And
did
give
Moshe?
them an apple?
An answer. An answer. What did Moshe said? Moshe told them, I don't understand. You angels, you respecting each other. It says whenever you do kedusha to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, נכון? כולם קדושים, כולם גיבורים, כולם מכבדים, everyone respect one another. You all together in one time, you do the kedusha, you praise Hashem. You don't have any jealousy. What's your problem? Do you have any evil inclination over here? Do you have to, it says in the Torah not to kill, not to steal, not to lie, not to do adultery. Do you have these things over here? They said, no, we don't. But so, yeah, among them, the angels, they don't have jealousy. But the human being, they felt jealous at Yaakov Avinu. So Hashem tells Moshe, hold my throne. Why? Because on the throne there's a picture, there's an image of Yaakov. Why did they feel jealous at Yaakov? Because Yaakov was a human being, and yet he was able to go so much higher than the Malachim. Malachim were not born with Hashem's, were not created with Hashem's image, God's image, and human beings were. And it says that Yaakov Avinu, he looked exactly like Adam Rishon. Adam Rishon, that Hashem created Adam Rishon, okay? And Yaakov looked exactly like him. I'm going to come back to Yaakov and Adam Rishon later on, but
That means Esav also looked like him.
hold on a second.
Oh wow.
No, they didn't look like, well,
They were twins.
yeah, they were twins, but it says that Yaakov looked like Adam Rishon. Esav was spiritually very high level too. This is why Yitzchak wanted to give the blessings to Esav, but over there it was a different story. We're going to come back to Esav and Yaakov and the brachot and the blessings that they got. And then it says in Chulin, Masechet Chulin, Vateka, it says in the Torah, Vateka kaf yerech Yaakov behavko imo. When the angel of Esav was fighting with Yaakov, when Yaakov wanted to come back already, we're going to learn it in the next Parsha, he was fighting, struggling with him, okay? So he struck, okay, his hip or something, yeah, and he broke it or something, at the socket of his hip. And whenever he was wrestling with him, okay, and says Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi, melamed she'elu avak, it was made, as they were fighting, they made so much dust, okay, from their feet till Kisei HaKavod. So much fight they did, okay, and so much dust went up. The angel of Esav wanted to shake, wanted to uproot, to ruin, to blur the image of Yaakov on the throne, on the high throne, on the Hashem's Kisei HaKavod, and was not able to do it because Yaakov was much taller than him. And this is what it says, V'Hashem nitzav alav. Hashem is above Yaakov and always protects him. The mission of Yaakov in this world was this, to get into this most highest perfection that could be, okay? And he wanted to get to the point where when Adam and Chava were before the sin. Before the sin, it was the perfection of the world. Okay? This is what Yaakov's aim was, to get there. And this is the reason that Yaakov looked so much like Adam Arishon. And Chazal say that the perfection of a human being, okay, he can achieve it whenever in three different levels, in three different areas. In action, okay, as you do stuff with your deeds, in speech, when you speak, and in your thought. Avraham Avinu, they said, he did a lot of actions. He did a lot of acts of kindness. He helped everyone. Okay? Yitzchak, he focused on speech. He prayed a lot. He was so spiritual, Yitzchak. He prayed a lot, and through prayers, he elevated. We wanted to fix the world through prayers. Yaakov was trying to focus on his thoughts, and this is the hardest thing to do, to control your thoughts through learning Torah. He wanted to elevate the world through learning Torah, and of course, the evil inclination would not let it, and would always make it hard on him, so it won't be possible. But Yaakov was able to do it. So Avraham, that represents kindness, we call it Isha Chesed, okay? Avraham represents, in the Kabbalah, there are all kind of levels, all kind of sfirot. So Avraham, the Isha Chesed. Why? He wanted to help. By Chesed, he wants to help everyone. Too good, too bad, doesn't matter, he wants to help. And this is what Avraham was doing. He says to Hashem, when Hashem tells him that he's going to have Yitzchak, what did he say? Lu Ishmael yechia lefanecha. I'm okay also with Ishmael, even though he's not the most righteous man, but I don't mind giving him. This was Avraham, constant giving. Chesed doesn't care to who you give. Yitzchak was gvura. מה זה גבורה? Strength. גבורה, you don't give to... Gvura, its limitations, its limits. You don't do kindness to all the world, okay? Yitzchak served Hashem through, he self-sacrificed himself. He was so spiritual, okay? And he did it through Gvura. This is the strength of Yitzchak. By Yaakov, it's called Tiferet. Tiferet is glory. Yaakov is a combination of Chesed and Gvura. Meaning, yes, maybe it's not a good idea to give to everyone. Maybe it is a good idea to limit, okay? But we'll do it together. Through mercy, I'm going to try to help even if you don't deserve it. This is Midat Atiferet, that is mercy. And this is Yaakov Avinu.
So he was balanced.
He was balanced, yeah. It's all about balances. He was balanced. So Yitzchak, whatever he tries to do in this world, Avraham was for everyone. Yitzchak was limited. Yaakov said, "Okay, we want to help out to the nations. We want to show them what's supposed to be the right way. But we, in order for the Jewish people to succeed, we need to separate ourselves from all the other nations to be all alone." Like it says, Bil'am says, "En am levadad yishkon," about Israel people. This is the beauty of Am Yisrael. They are always aloners. They're always lonely people. They never mix themselves with other nations. And that would be the success of Yaakov. If through this separation, only through this separation, he will be able to elevate himself, because he cannot do it with all the world with him. It's just not possible. When the Torah describes Yaakov Avinu, the Torah calls him Ish Tam Yoshev Ohalim. Okay? All these complications that Yaakov Avinu went through teach us way of life. That sometimes in this world is olam hashekel, a world of false and not true, and people are deceiving each other and cheating and then lying and sometimes in order to survive, you need sometimes to live to live this way also in order to survive, in order to teach a lesson. Okay, Yaakov Avinu was struggled with Esau. He was struggled with Lavan as well. They were both trying to cheat him all the time, but he learned from their ways and cheated them because he had no choice. But in his heart, he never took it to his heart. He was always true and stayed clean. And the Torah testifies that he stayed clean. He stayed tam, innocent, clean, whole.
Esau.
Huh?
Who?
No, Yaakov.
Yaakov.
He says that sometimes there's no choice, and we have to sometimes do certain things that we don't want to do, and I will explain that in a second. It says about Yaakov, Titen emet leYaakov. I want to ask you a question. How can you say about Yaakov that he was so honest when we know that was a problem with his action when he, in a way, deceived Esau? How can we call him Isha Emet, the man of truth? Okay? He took from him the Bechorah. Okay? It wasn't in the most honest way. He took advantage that he was tired, Esau. He took advantage that he was hungry and bought from him the Bechorah. So Rabbi said that Esau Be'emet, he didn't care about being firstborn.
No.
He didn't want that. Because it's a responsibility to serve in the holy temple, to do all kinds of... He didn't care about these things, Esau. So, and Lavan was keep cheating him all the time, okay? And how could Yaakov survive with these people? So they explained that tam doesn't mean that you have to be like a fool or let people fool you, okay? Tam means sometimes it says im ikesh titakash. Yeah, that's what it says. Sometimes with stubborn people you have to act in their way, and this is the only way to win. There's no other way. And Yaakov was trying so much, but he had no choice. I want to give you this example. It says there is a story about this Jewish merchant that had to cross the desert. And he had cash money with him because he needed to do some business. And unfortunately, to his robbers came, found him, and took away everything that he had. He was shocked. He didn't know what to do. He was he left. He was left, and he didn't know what to do. So he met this armed horseman, riding on a horse, and he was armed. And he saw that he's so upset and he's confused. He told him, "What happened to you?" And he told him that he was just robbed. He says, "You want me to go and catch these people and bring you back the money?" He said, "Yeah, please, please." He said, "What's going to be my reward? How much are you going to pay me?" He tells him, "I'll give you 1/10 of all whatever they took from me. Let's say they took from me, I don't know, $1,000. I'll give you $100. No. He didn't agree. "Okay, I'll give you half of this." He didn't agree. "So what?" So the man told him, "You know something? You take everything from them and give me whatever you want." He said, "Okay." So he went after them. He caught them. He rescued all the booty, all the loot, whatever they took from him, all the money, all that, and he came to him back. He came back to him. So he took out $1 and he gives him. He says, that's it? $1? He says, yes. Please be fair. Give me some more. No, I don't know. You said whatever I want, I'll give you. He felt so bad. So as they came to the town, to the city, he sued him. There was this king by the name Alfonso at that time. I don't know where it was. And the king had a Jewish advisor, Rabbi Shmuel Sakil. And he asked his advisor, what do you see? I mean, we see that the Jewish person is talking true. And they had a contract. They wrote it everything in the contract. That he gives him
Whatever you want.
he takes, yeah. So Rabbi Shmuel asked him a question. He said, can you give him some more money? He said, no, I don't want to give him anything. Everything is mine. So Rabbi Shmuel looked at the contract and told him, you really want everything except that $1 that you gave him? He said, yes. So if that's so, he tells him, you give him back the dollar, and he tells the Jewish merchant, you give him back the dollar, and he's going to give you back all your money. How come? Said the horseman. How come? He says, that's because that's what you said. You said, you take everything and give me whatever you want. And what do you want? You just confess that you want everything. So whatever he wants, he has to give it to him. Understand? With people that are not honest, sometimes you have to act this way, the same way. That's the only way to win them. And this is what Yaakov Avinu was trying to do. Okay, so so sometimes these people, Lavan, okay, cheated him so much, changed his salary, kept changing it every second. And you know something? Lavan got so much blessings because of Yaakov, right? He didn't have children, he didn't have boys. He had only girls. Because of Yaakov, he had boys. He became so rich because of Yaakov. Yaakov is working for him. For 20 years already he's working for him. He became so rich from him. And then when Yaakov saw that there's no choice and he keeps cheating him all the time, he dreamt a dream and Hashem tells him, okay, it's time to go back. And he tells his wife, okay, well, let's go. And I know that your father will not let me go. So he ran away. He didn't tell his father. His father-in-law, he just ran away. Lavan is chasing after him. What do you mean? You took everything. It's because of me you have all this. Because of me you have all. Hello? Instead of feeling grateful for whatever you got, this is some people. In this, we live with these people too. Instead of saying thank you, instead of being grateful, they keep blaming you for all their faults, for all the mistakes. What can you do? What can you do with these people? So this is the situation. This is the start of Jewish people in all the generations. Every place we are, we bring blessing to the place. When we were in Spain, we brought so much blessing, so much abundance. The country was rich 500 years ago. Then they decided that we suck them. We living on their account, okay? Started to blame us, all kind of accusations and stuff, and exile all the Jews from there. You know what happened? Became such a poor country. Same was in Egypt. Same was in Russia. Every place the Jewish art usually brings a lot. They bring a lot of blessings to the place. Once they leave, it becomes empty. There's no more blessings anymore over there. This is how it is. So not to be afraid from all these accusations because they're not true. Another good thing that we'll learn from Yaakov, and then I'll go a little bit to the depths, to the Kabbalah a little bit. We see that he was so strong with keeping silent. Yaakov Avinu.
Keeping silent?
Yeah. So many times, this Lavan is cheating in him. He never said anything to him. 7 years he worked for Rachel, and there was a contract. Berachel Beitcha Aktana. And in the night of the wedding, he brings him Leah. What did he say? He didn't curse him, he didn't cheat, he didn't scream, he says, Lama Remitani, that's what he said. Yaakov was strong. He was so strong. If you remember, he came to that well, he was able to pick up himself whatever all these 20 or 30 shepherds couldn't do. He did it by himself. Easy it was for him. He could have threatened him. He could have been violent with him. He could I don't know, scream. Said, didn't say anything. But the strongest time that he was keeping himself, restraining himself, was with the relationship with Reuven, his oldest son. You know, when we know that Rachel was his beloved wife, the Shekhinah, Hashem's presence, was always on the tent of Rachel. Wow. Because Rachel represents the Shekhinah. When she passed away, the Shekhinah wasn't there. Then, Reuven, that was a teenager, how much he was? He was 13, maybe 14 at that time. Mm-hmm. He saw that his father, instead of putting his bed in his mother's tent, he put it by Bilhah, by Rachel's maid. Hello? My mother is more important. Like, I know, what is this? He felt so hurt because of her. He took his bed, Yaakov Avinu, and he put it in his mother's tent. We don't see it's written in the Torah. I was looking for it, I didn't see it. 50 years, Yaakov Avinu didn't say anything to Reuven because of that. Only before his death, he asks all his kids to come and he blesses them. He tells him, Reuven, pachas kamayim, you're too hasty. Asher chilalta et yetzuai, because you decided where should I, why do you care what I do? We know that Yaakov Avinu he didn't have desire. He decided, today I want to do with this, today I don't want to do that, today I want to do with her. No, it's not like the way it worked. Where he saw the Shekhinah, this is where he entered. This is how Yaakov Avinu was. Where he saw the Shekhinah on top of the tent, this is where he entered. Wow. So, that time he saw it by Bilhah. Why? Kacha, we don't know. Wow. But Reuven wanted to ask why. He didn't understand all these levels, right? All these things. See how strong was Yaakov Avinu with keeping silent. And he rebuked Reuven just because he wanted to teach him a lesson. But that's a side issue. Let's go back to Yaakov Avinu. Yaakov Avinu, his name is Yaakov. Why is he Yaakov? When he was born, he was holding his brother's heel, right? Yeah. So, his name was Yaakov. The truth is that the true meaning of the name Yaakov is protection. Protection. It says in Tehillim, גם עבדך נזהר בהם בשומרם עקב רב. The topic here in Tehillim Yutet speaks about the Torah, the mitzvot. The Torah mitzvot, it's good that you keep the Torah mitzvot because they are protection to you. It's for your own benefit, it's a protection for you. This is the meaning of the word Yaakov. When he was born, his parents wanted him to protect Yaakov, to protect Esau. Esau looked like too wild, like he was already born hairy, okay? And they were scared about him. So they put Yaakov, the special name that he is going to protect Esau, and then eventually, now he is Akev, then eventually he will become the Rosh, he will become the head. What do we see? We see something interesting. Hari HaKadosh says something interesting. This is Kabbalistic what I say, because it says in the Zohar. Hari HaKadosh said something interesting. He says that Yaakov Avinu is the reincarnation of Adam Rishon. That's why he looked like him. Adam Rishon made a sin because he ate from the fruit that Chava gave him. Okay? He made a sin. Who made them sin? Nachash, the ancient snake. The ancient snake came בגלגול עשיו. יעקב בגלגול אדם הראשון. And who was Chava? Rivka. What do we see? Why is Rivka is so concerned who's going to get the blessings, the brachot now? In Parashat Toldot, she is the one that got involved. She is the one that told her son Yaakov, listen, you have to take the brachot. Let's do. Why do you care? Why you get so much involved? Because in the previous Gilgul, she made Adam sin. She took from him the brachot. Now she wants to give it back to him. Now she wants to give him back the brachot. Now you're going to get it. Yaakov, which is Adam Rishon, you're going to get back the brachot. Yaakov was scared. What if my father is going to curse me? What did she tell him? Alai kilelatcha bni. The curse is on me. Meaning, we already got a curse. Now I want to fix it. So what does she take? She takes a special garment that Esav had. What was this special garment? This was the clothing of Adam Rishon.
Wow.
And now she puts it on Yaakov because it fits him. It's his. What does she do? She took Avraham Avinu's clothing. Avraham Avinu gave it to Cain, his son. Cain gave it to Nimrod. Nimrod, you remember who was Nimrod? Nimrod was the one that wanted to kill Avraham Avinu. He was the king of everyone, Nimrod. And the same day that Nimrod died, Avraham Avinu died. Esav was 15. He met Nimrod. They started fighting on the way and he killed Nimrod. Esav killed Nimrod. And he took from him this garment. It was a special garment. All kind of animals were drawn on it and animals were scared of it. That's how he became a hunter, because it was easy now to hunt. They're scared of him, they die so easy, it's not a big deal. He kept it always by his mom, because he trusted only her. His mother tells Yaakov, now, so I'm going to give you this clothing, it's going to make you look like Harry, feel like Harry, and you're going to wear it and fix that problem of Adam Arishon. So, what was the problem of Adam Arishon? Hashem tells Adam, Ekev, because you listened to your wife and you ate from this tree, you listened to your wife. Now, what does Rivka tells Yaakov? Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Same words she says. Listen to me and do whatever I tell you to do. So, Yaakov is fixing now whatever Adam Arishon did by listening in the right way and by to get these blessings back. The punishment of the Nachash, of the ancient snake, was arurata mikol hachaya v'abehema, whatever, you are cursed. Okay, so he was cursed. And he, by deceiving his father, Esav, which is Nachash, he wanted to take this, he wanted to become Baruch, he wanted to be blessed. Because he was cursed. Now he wants to be blessed. And from the beginning, this Esav was deceiving. We think that Yaakov deceived? No, Esav was the one. I told you in the beginning, ish tzayid, ish sadeh. He is not the right. To his father, he looks like he's the most righteous person. Father, how do you make maaser on the salt? Stuff like that he asked him to look like he's the most righteous man. But he was not. And so, this is what Yaakov is doing now. Yaakov came to fix the problem there. Now, when Yaakov put on this clothing, he fixed all the problem that was there. It says that this was the kutnot or that Hashem gave to Adam after he sinned. Now, there was some problem is there because he made the sin. And Yaakov, by wearing them, cleansed them spiritually, and it became perfect. Okay? This is, we read just the surface, we don't understand everything, but in the Zohar, Arei Kadosh, it's so amazing to see how this is working. Of course, it continues on to the next parasha, and it speaks about the angel of Esav, and this and that, and Rivka. I don't want to continue, man. I'm just saying that it's amazing to see how Yaakov struggled so much to be whole, to complete everything, to fix everything, to do everything in the right way. And it says that in the next parasha, his name is going to be, instead of Yaakov, Israel. If you change a little bit the word, Israel is Li Rosh, meaning from the akev, from the heel, he's going to become Rosh. He's going to become the head. He's going to win. Eventually, there's a promise that in the future, so for now, he is delayed, Yaakov. Yaakov tells him, Et na'ala li leiti, he tells to Esau, I'm going to go slowly, so I'm going to reach you somewhere, somehow, one day, right? But basically, he wanted to be on his own. He didn't want to be next to him all the time. Be'ezrat Hashem, it says, Va'alu Moshim B'Har Tzion, לשפוט את הר עשיו, to judge עשיו, והייתה להשם המלוכה, then Hashem is going to, his kingship is going to be complete, והיה השם למלך, ביום ההוא יהיה השם אחד, ובשמו אחד. בעזרת השם, we hope and pray that this day is going to be so near, בעזרת השם soon. Thank you so much.